everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. In today's video I am going to talk about all of my eyeshadow palettes that are on the chopping block, meaning that they have been in my mind as possible declutters. I've been thinking about removing them from my collection, letting them go, and I don't do that lightly. I don't do that easily. Like, I let myself think about things long and hard. This by no means is a video that I'm gonna declutter these palettes, but they are sort of in the danger zone, if you will, that I might at one point this year possibly let go of them because of several reasons, and I will go over that as well. So I have a couple that I've already featured in my video where I talked about palettes that I've bought because of the packaging. If you have not seen that already, I will link it in the cards. I never remember where the card symbol pops up. Either way, I will link it for you. I have talked about palettes there that I've bought because of the packaging, and there are some in that category that I also don't really love the quality of. So I'm gonna go over those. I suggest you check out that video and then come back to this one. I will not go into great detail about those palettes because I've already spoken about them, but I do want to feature them in this video because they are on the chopping block. So let's start with the first one. We all know it. It's the Lilo Cosmetics 1-Up palette. This one I want to love, but this quality is just not it. So I'm very much thinking about decluttering this one. Then I have the I Heart Revolution Elf palette. This is what that looks like. I've gotten my fair share of use out of it. You can see by the amount of pans that I've hit, and I even managed to finish a shadow, even though it was just your standard cream colored matte, but it's fine. This one, it's Revolution. Some shades are fine, some are very bad, and I'm just not really drawn to this palette anymore. And then I have everything, all of the eyeshadow palettes that I have from the Shrek collection, starting with this big one. This again is just quality. Some shades are okay, some are just pure shit. I'm sorry, that's I don't have better words for it. So yeah, packaging is very cute, but quality just isn't there. And same goes for all of the 4 minis. I did get some good use out of this one, Fairy Godmother. It was a Project Level Up palette. This one I thought I was gonna love. Quality just not good. This was another one that was a Level Up palette, so good amount of pans, but I did not love the shadows. And then this one, barely touched it. I don't love them, and they're on the chopping block. That is all I've got to say for those. My cat is rummaging through some plastic bags. She just loves to get in there in plastic bags and just curl up and sit in a plastic bag or sit on top of a plastic bag. I don't know what that is, but oh well. Moving on. I have here my ABH Nervina palette, which is in the packaging of my Not Blood Dreamy palette. This one is what it looks like. I don't know. I'm okay with the ABH quality. I have featured this in my Panda palette last year, talking about how the owner of ABH had some bonds with, I don't know, sketchy people. I'm not really sure. Maybe I should have dove back into that and, you know, given you some real information. But fact is, I just don't really feel like supporting ABH anymore. And also, this palette is so similar to the Nabla Dreamy that I've panned that I'm kind of over this color story. So this one is also on the chopping block, and I might actually try to pan it for as much as I can this year and then let it go, but I haven't decided yet. Then there is the Milani Gilded Terra palette. Now I wanted this palette for so long before I bought this. Like, I did not buy it in an instant. I've been thinking about it for months before I purchased it because I didn't really know, but the color story really intrigued me. The quality I just don't like. Their shadows are very patchy and they're nothing special, so this one is on the chopping block. Possibly a declutter for the end of the year. And then, oh no, I have a ColourPop one. I was gonna say I all have Beauty Bay, but I have a ColourPop one. And this is In a Trance. This is what it looks like. Blues and purples and pinks. They're just not my colors that I love to wear. Yeah, honestly, most worn shade out of this palette is this glitter in the middle. I love that. The rest I don't use. This was also in a project level up, I believe for level 2. So I got my use out of it and I still wasn't loving it. So it's a potential declutter. And then the rest are all Beauty Bay, which says nothing about the brand Beauty Bay. I love the Beauty Bay quality. I love their eyeshadows, but these are just palettes that I don't reach for. So starting off, let's just go ahead. Start with the 9 Pan Midnight palette. This is for similar reasons as that ColourPop one. It's just the colors. I don't really use them. So this was also a project level up palette at one point. I believe it was my level 3. No, I think 4. I think it was my level 4. I love this shadow and this shimmery purple, and that's about it. So I don't know. I have been thinking about depotting some of my Beauty Bay shadows. I've had some comments saying that's very tricky, so I'm not sure what to do yet. The next one is the 9 Pan Berries palette. Now this I got as a gift when I purchased different palettes, and I thought, oh, that's fun. And then I have the set of 9 pans complete, and I have the Midnight, the Earthy, and the Berries one. Stupid of me, but I don't wear these tones. I don't wear them ever, so I don't know why I was so happy receiving this for free. They were all shadows that I don't love. And then I also have the Beauty Bay Love Notes palettes. Can you see a theme here? This is the color story of that. Pinks and purples. I don't know what I was thinking purchasing this. I think I just really wanted to try Beauty Bay, and this was on sale, so I bought this. But they're tones that I don't wear. I mean, I can get away with some of the neutrals that are down here, and some of the purples are okay, but that's about it. So again, I would love to maybe be able to depot some of these shadows, but I don't think if that's gonna work out. Haven't decided yet if I want to do that. That is this one. Then next is my Beauty Bay Brights palette. This is what that looks like. It's a rainbow palette. I initially wanted to buy another palette from Beauty Bay, but they did not have that in stock anymore, and I think it was limited edition because I never saw it again. I cannot remember which one it was, but it's fine. So I opted for this one because I was like, I'll have all the colors I need. Apparently I'm not very into rainbow color stories anymore. Like this, my high school self would have loved this. When I was in high school, I used to love doing rainbow eyeshadow. I did full-on rainbow eye looks. I think there's a school photo of me with rainbow eye. I just did it on picture day. I was like, yes, that's the look I'm going for. But that was 16 years ago? Was it that long ago? Oh my gosh. I'm feeling so old right now. So 16 years ago, I would have probably loved this and like eaten this up, put it all over my eyes. But since having it, I've just barely used it. I've used some shades in Pan those eyeshadows. Actually one that I've hit pan on, and that was it. So this is also a possible declutter or depot and give me some options to mix the color story around. Who knows? And then last but not least, another Beauty Bay. This really hurts my heart that I have so much Beauty Bay on this pile, but it is what it is. This is the collab with Nikki Tutorials. I bought this because it was on sale, and this was the first palette together with that Love Notes palette that I received from Beauty Bay, or that I bought from Beauty Bay. So I was just curious to see what the quality was like. I did not per se purchase this for the color story or anything. I'm gonna try and show you. This is what it looks like. There's some nice shadows in here. There's some nice colors. I just don't gravitate towards this palette. It is quite bulky with the two flaps with the mirrors in there, so it's not the easiest to use. And the color story, it's a little bit of a hot mess in my opinion. So maybe that's why I don't really gravitate towards this one. This also was a Project Level Up palette. I think this was level 3. So it's not like all these palettes that are on the chopping block I've never used. I've used most of them quite a bit to get to know them and to realize that maybe they're not for me anymore. With the exception of this rainbow one. I just did not touch that at all. And then that is it. This concludes the pile. Can I hold this up? Is that a safe thing to do? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. This is the stack of palettes. That is a lot of palettes. And the worst thing is, if I were to get rid of all of these, I would still have so many palettes left in my collection. It is ridiculous. So I'm gonna put this down before I drop everything, and I'm gonna end this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if you have any palettes in your collection that you honestly maybe should declutter, but you don't feel like doing it yet, or that you're having second thoughts about having in your collection. I would love to know. And other than that, I hope to see you in one of my next videos. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.